Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear respected elders, brothers, sisters, and children. Today's topic is a mother's hands. One young man went to apply for a managerial position in a big company. He passed the initial interview and now would meet the director for the final interview. The director discovered from his CV that the youth's academic achievements were excellent. He asked, "Did you obtain any scholarships in school?" The youth answered, "No." "Was it your father who paid for your school fees?" "My father passed away when I was 1 year old. It was my mother who paid for my school fees," he replied. "Where did your mother work?" "My mother worked as clothes cleaner." The director requested the youth to show his hands. The youth showed a pair of hands that were smooth and perfect. "Have you ever helped your mother wash the clothes before?" "Never. My mother always wanted me to study and read more books. Besides, my mother can wash clothes faster than me." The director said, "I have a request. When you go home today, go and clean your mother's hands, and then see me tomorrow morning." The youth felt that his chance of landing the job was high. When he went back home, he asked his mother to let him clean her hands. His mother felt strange, happy, but with mixed feelings. She showed her hands to her son. The youth cleaned his mother's hands slowly. His tear fell as he did that. It was the first time he noticed that his mother's hands were so wrinkled, and there were so many bruises in her hands. Some bruises were so painful that his mother winced when he touched it. This was the first time the youth realized that it was this pair of hands that washed the clothes every day to enable him to pay the school fees. The bruises in the mother's hands were the price that the mother had to pay for his education, his school activities, and his future. After cleaning his mother's hands, the youth quietly washed all the remaining clothes for his mother. That night, mother and son talked for a very long time. Next morning, the youth went to the director's office. The director noticed the tears in the youth's eyes when he asked, "Can you tell me what you have done and learned yesterday in your house?" The youth answered, "I cleaned my mother's hand and also finished cleaning all the remaining clothes. I know now what appreciation is. Without my mother, I would not be who I am today. By helping my mother, only now do I realize how difficult and tough it is to get something done on your own. And I have come to appreciate the importance and value of helping one's family." The director said, "This is what I am looking for in a manager. I want to recruit a person who can appreciate the help of others, a person who knows the sufferings of others to get things done, and a person who would not put money as his only goal in life. You are hired." The young person worked very hard and received the respect of his subordinates. Every employee worked diligently and worked as a team. The company's performance improved tremendously. A child who has been protected and habitually given whatever he wanted would develop an entitlement mentality and would always put himself first. He would be ignorant of his parents' efforts. When he starts work, he assumes that every person must listen to him. And when he becomes a manager, he would never know the suffering of his employees and would always blame others. For this kind of people who may be good academically, they may be successful for a while, but eventually they would not feel a sense of achievement. They will grumble and be full of hatred and fight for more. If we are this kind of protective parents, are we really showing love, or are we destroying our children instead? You can let your child live in a big house, eat a good meal, learn piano, watch on big screen TV, but when you are cutting grass, please let them experience it. After a meal, let them wash their plates and bowls together with their brothers and sisters. It is not because you do not have money to hire a maid, but it is because you want to love them in a right way. You want them to understand no matter how rich their parents are, one day their hair will grow grey, same as the mother of that young person. The most important thing is your child learns how to appreciate the effort and experiences the difficulty and learns the ability to work with others to get things done. Always remember, happy moments, praise Allah. Difficult moments, seek Allah. Quiet moments, worship Allah. Painful moments, trust Allah. Moment by moment, thank Allah.